And no, it's not live. Woo! Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Welcome to Friday.
Ice Cream Social Friday.
Welcome.
This is for you. But I'm taking it.
How was everybody's week?
I think good. This was the first full week back to school. And I don't think we were sick or anything, so that was nice.
No, very
I
much
actually
so,
did
yeah.
a complete work week. That's nice.
Mhm.
Then yeah, I think we've stayed home a lot because it's been very cold, and you don't really want to do anything. I also had to get gas. Micah was talking about how his gas experience, he just stopped mid pump because it was too cold.
Not even mid.
Not even mid.
I got 1/6 of the tank full.
So I suffered through for my full, but yeah, the gas runs slower when it's cold.
Yeah.
It's supposed to get -18 tomorrow, low at night.
New discovery. -7 is enough to make the pump run slow.
Did you say it's supposed to be what tomorrow?
On the news, it said -18 and it's a low.
Are you kidding me?
Well, you can't go trust the news.
I don't even want to go anywhere.
I know.
So,
I think
oh
I
my
read
gosh.
somewhere that our our forefathers or whatever, 1,000 or so, 2,000 years ago, this is the time that we're supposed to be in our underground huts with our food storage, just kind of like sleeping, having sex, reading, talking, just quietly being.
Oh, right. Right.
Rather than being outside. We're not supposed to be outside. There's nothing to do outside. It's cold. So I think we're supposed to be napping in February, January, but we don't
right.
because of the Industrial Revolution.
No, yeah.
Because we invented the light bulb. Thanks, Edison.
Well, candles were getting pricey.
So I have a couple announcements here.
Let's hear them.
Tonight, for the first time, we are, and I just confirmed it, we are live on Rumble.
Hooray.
Yes.
Hi, Rumblers.
It's
Nice to see you.
Rumble on, my brother. Rumble on. Rumble,
So,
rumble, rumble.
It takes a little bit to set up that Rumble screen, but and I just checked it out. We are live on YouTube.
Nice.
All right. Make sure that everything is live.
Yep. If it's live, it's not happening. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, we are having ice cream today. Yes, you heard
Yes.
it on the coldest.
Yes, we are. The coldest day. And we're
Coldest
having
day
ice
so
cream.
far this year. Negative something or other.
I see no problem.
And yeah, I have I feel like you get to learn about people with how they eat their food. We were just talking about this before we went on the air. And my kiddo, he eats, when he has his corn dog, he eats the bread around the corn dog and then the dog. And I think that's a little odd. But again, it's not my corn dog, it's his corn dog. So he can do what he wants. So I got for myself, I got a vanilla ice cream with cone, and then it's cherry dipped. But then I smashed the cone in, so I have crunchy bits. So I like that. And then Michael, I get him his good old fashioned Butterfinger. I don't know if they call them Blizzards, Blast. I don't know, who has.
I'm pretty sure Blizzard would be trademarked.
Yeah.
Yep, I think if it's Dairy Queen, it's a Blizzard.
So
Right.
yeah, this is Tasty Freeze. So I don't know what this is. It's like a
Tasty Freeze would be a pile, a snow pile. That's not what it is.
Oh,
So I'm actually not really telling you the truth. I just made that up.
I don't think you're right there, Sailor. Good attempt though. Good job.
I totally
Good
just
try.
yeah.
You are so adorable. Yeah, no. But is there anything that you eat differently, Michael?
Well, I was going to point out about our son. He's repulsed by the concept of cereal
Yes, he is.
because you're mixing food with the milk. And
And
from
a
the
bowl.
beginning.
I was never into cereal ever. I like when I was maybe a little kid, I would eat it, but I just didn't like it. Got soggy too quick for me. It
Yeah.
really did.
I can respect that.
In the Navy, I had to learn how to finish all meals in 0.32 seconds. So
Right. I used to be, everything had to be separated, right? Every piece of food on a plate
You were that guy.
needed to have its own space. Nothing could touch. I mean, like, seriously.
Yeah, nothing could touch.
I have since then gone completely the opposite now.
Thank
100%
goodness, right?
opposite. In fact,
How easy is it now? I mean, your life would be a lot harder.
like breakfast. Like, you know, like on the weekends, we'll have breakfast at home, and usually consists of like tater tots, which are perfect little hash browns, a couple sausage links, and some eggs. And then you just make the eggs over easy. You put them on top of the tater tots. You cut up the eggs, and they drip down into the potatoes.
Yep.
And then, Michael, you got. Oh no, that's we need to get you a napkin. Probably me too. Beards and ice cream just don't really mix.
It's all right. It's flavor later.
But then I mix it all up. Like I'll have a bite of
Yeah.
everything in the same bite.
I'm a big person too. I'm like a grab everything and mix it all up.
Like I said before that, I did not. It was everything had its own spot.
Those partition food trays we had in school would have been perfect for you.
Yeah. No, they were great.
Well, because we also got them on individual plastic serving ramekins, I guess. For each item, okay, I'm getting peas. You know, I'm getting applesauce.
Right.
So that would also help you out.
So we have a bunch of dogs at home.
Yeah.
And when we feed them every night, I have to have their plates or their bowls and everything in exactly the right order.
As a house sitter of dogs, I know about this.
Oh, it is exactly the same order every single time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
There are some houses where I have to sing a song and do a dance
Mhm.
because that's what they have. It's that dog has to have a happy face of whipped cream put on his food, and you have to do the happy song dance for when you're putting it down. And I just respect that. They'll just look at you and confused if you don't.
Right.
Growing up, we had 2 cats, and you know your standard 2-portion pet bowl. They were food side, water side.
Mm-hmm.
We just had 2 food and another one for water.
Uh-huh.
And we'd feed them, and they'd both be in, each one. And then you think ESP or however they communicate. So, hey, my tastes great. How's yours taste? And they would, in unison, switch sides. The food came out of one bag, at the same time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, now we have like our cat just sits at the water bowl and just looks at you until you get it nice and clean again, and then she gets to she paws it.
Because of her vision, she has to see the water rippling to know where the level is. Otherwise, she could go like totally face in, which would be funny.
Right. Oh, yeah, totally.
We had another cat that had to drink from her paw. Get her paw wet and then, lick the water off her paw.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It happens. It's common enough. But it's the same thing with their vision. They can't really see the water stuck in the bowl, just sitting there.
So I had another thing I was going to show you guys.
Announcements.
Well, I guess I can just look it up here.
Announcements.
I know, right?
What's that, Boy Scouts?
But I can't get to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not in my troop.
Everything's logged out for some reason.
There's a moose on the playground again today. Got to go get the children.
What's that? Really?
Yeah, it happens. But,
So we did our Davos video last weekend, and we got over 1,500 views.
Going viral.
1,600 views is up to today.
wow.
I know. And I was going to pull that up and show everybody.
Yeah, right?
But now, I mean, I can't log into anything. Everything seems to be logged out here.
Oh, no.
Okay. But I'm getting there.
So we're stalling. So Michael and I need to
Yes,
stall.
exactly.
So, Michael, tell us a story.
Okay, let's think of a good one here. No.
You're not doing a very good job.
You're really
I know.
You're doing a really, really
Really
bad
bad
job
job.
of it, actually.
Well, I'm trying to think. You can't just come up with a story like right off the bat. I got to think like, you know.
Oh my god.
Why not? I mean, let's talk about the fairy tales that we all know. Like when you first say, give me a fairy tale, they say, Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, these basic ones. But tales.
I did.
I don't know.
Okay, that was terrible. That was terrible pull.
Not me. Okay, so here we go. Look at this.
What do we got?
All right. I saved you, Michael.
Thank you.
We'll have another.
I'll think of a
announcement-
story as the show goes on.
We'll have another announcement next week that if you want story time with Michael, if you want some really things to keep you in rapture.
You know, is that really fair to ask me to say anything and we didn't prep before the show?
It's not improv, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, witty banter.
Oh, that's funny.
Another thing we didn't prep before the show.
Screw you guys. Have a good one.
All right. This is our channel dashboard for YouTube. As you can see down here on the right, or on the left,
Let's say, who are these people on the right?
our 10-minute, the full Davos video got 520 views, which is, I mean, for the first videos that we've really put up, besides my attempt to do the Constitution, and then our little short that I just pieced together some footage got 1,600 views. I'm just blown away. So, and thanks for everybody who actually watched it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But as you can see, we're at 1,613, and people were still watching it today.
Wow.
Yeah.
And luckily, it wasn't an unflattering thumbnail Jody got stuck with.
We picked that one. We liked that one.
Yeah, that's right. We chose that one. That's right.
That was the one we chose.
Luckily, it wasn't an unflattering one.
Oh, wasn't an unflatter. Oh, I got you. Okay, I'm following.
You know, where you catch it just mid-word. You know,
You look like that. You know,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that we got to get better at. We got to get better at this because thumbnails is an important part of,
Yes, it
of
is.
YouTube. Having content, which, like I said, next week we'll have a huge announcement. We got some really cool stuff coming up. We got multiple huge announcements next week. I mean, multiple. We've got new content coming. In both, like we've got new live stream content coming, and then we have got the
film dates.
We've got the very first. We'll call it like a preliminary scenes for the show. Mistakes were made because this whole thing is built around us. This show that we are trying to get pieced together.
Yeah. When you deal with actors, that's the one thing. At least AI shows up to work.
are we filming tomorrow?
No. Oh yes.
Yes, we are.
Well, I'm not in Wasilla, but yes, in the house.
Yeah, we
What's
are
that?
filming.
We're filming tomorrow night with Zach reopening the opening stage.
Oh, so but not going to Wasilla.
Mm-mm.
Good, because they have to be here at noon.
Yes.
Yes. So we are filming tomorrow. We shot a scene the other night, which is kind of like a preliminary build up, give you a little background of what we're doing.
Yep.
And then this Wednesday and Thursday, we're filming 2 more scenes. And then the following Wednesday, we're going to film another scene. So we got some really cool stuff coming up. And then did you hear any back? We'll be filming again out in the valley, hopefully on the on the 10th with a bunch of people. So it is exciting stuff. And then yeah, we're just all kinds of
Jazz.
doing the stuff here.
We are. Long nights at the office.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it just ignoring when you're sick.
Yeah.
Just completely ignoring being sick.
Poor Robbie. Yeah, he's not in great shape tonight. Powering through.
Oh yeah.
So what hot topics do we have tonight?
Man, there's all kinds of crazy shit going on.
I heard something about buckle your seats, Arizona, and I so let's go ahead and dive it in.
Okay.
Let's share this crazy
So,
shit.
I'm a big believer in the Constitution.
What
What it was done, and right now, if somebody said what political party do you most think you belong to, I'd be like, the Constitution Party.
Yeah, right.
And they'd be like, well, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't. So there's a lot of. So we're kind of getting into this topic about what's going on in Texas right now with these refugees or migrants, illegal aliens. I mean, I would consider myself a political refugee right now. There's nobody out there that represents my thoughts right now. There's maybe one or two people that are in any kind of position, in national position like Congress or whatever, that I would trust to do anything. Most and
it sounds really like you almost lost hope in it. But I guess not. You're just waiting.
No, because I know there's a whole lot of people out there like me right now that are just fed up with the whole damn thing. And the outsized power of corporations and how much they run things and how, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm sick of the party lines.
Because they're just listening to the lobbyists.
Yep.
But I don't know. What do you think about this Texas thing? And we can kind of go over it, but
it's a really strange one, the way the federal government says they're the ones in charge of the international border, except the governor is still responsible to the people that elected him, to protect them. And we're not talking about the border anymore. If we're talking about some rancher who's, his property doesn't straddle the border line. So now we're talking about Texans in Texas.
You're correct.
So,
yes.
So I'm curious why the government actually has a play here, because they're talking about the dotted line. This is past that, or where the problems are occurring, and these ranchers that are just, every morning they find, that their fence has been torn down, or hey, here's another dead body, or someone's busted my fence and now my livestock has escaped. Or my livestock just been shot.
Right.
So they're just suffering.
Oh, and here's another dead body.
Who's dead bodies?
They're the migrants that they're coming across. They die along the way. It's not the most, hospitable.
I know.
And your chances are you're already famished at all from, depending on how much of that trek you made on foot. People just drop dead as they go.
No, exactly. So, I mean, we are really at a this is a huge constitutional showdown right now. Texas has said has basically, there's a place called Eagle Pass, Texas.
Okay.
And Eagle Pass has been a problem spot for the last multiple years, since 2020. Since basically Biden took over, since 2021. So finally, Texas got sick of it. They said, we are done. We are going to block. So there's this area that everybody comes into, that all the migrants come into.
And this is what we have the Texas National Guard for.
So the Texas National Guard
In cooperation with the Texas Rangers.
Mm-hmm. Let me stop that. And so Texas came into the park in Eagle Pass and said, we're going to put up razor wire.
Oh, sure.
Right? And so they have blocked off this park. They have blocked off the border at Eagle Pass, Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the federal government said,
take it down.
Take it down.
I don't think the federal government gets to tell Texas what to do in this case.
You would think so.
I
So
sure would.
they take it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
And in a 5-3 decision, 4-3. There's 7.
Should be 6-3. But unless someone had to recuse.
Now there's 9 justices.
There's 9 judges, but if one of them had a reason to recuse.
Oh, okay. So it was a 5-3 decision.
And one person could have given no decision.
Right. So the Supreme Court said, no, Texas, you're not right. It's the federal government's. You have to let them take down your razor wire. You have to let them come into the park.
Into our state.
Yeah. Oh, it was 5-4. Sorry, it was 5-4. Okay.
Holy crap.
Texas
Said fuck.
said no. That's what they said. Texas had said no to the Supreme Court. You're not coming in here.
Yeah.
That sounds like Texas.
This is
Sounds like it'd be Arizona as well. It should have happened there.
This is what happens when a student says no. You're like, well, what do I do? You say no.
Yeah.
That tells me now we're at this level. We're at war level, or not,
Mm-hmm.
So this.
Well, you wouldn't want the National Guard to try to go in against the Texas Rangers or something. That wouldn't be cool.
Well, this is the Texas National Guard. The Texas National Guard is formed up in case the United States attacks Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Texas has its National Guard.
So it is tied to the United
that's
States
the governor's
military,
muscle.
right?
Okay.
And so one of the things they're saying is, well, the president can just go in and nationalize the Texas National Guard, take control of them, send their own generals in to effectively give them orders. And the Texas governor has said, okay, do that. I got other people that'll step up. And so this is a very serious
I bet you
thing.
he could stand up a militia.
Oh, absolutely could.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt it.
I'm pretty sure there'll be plenty of Texans happy to take a couple weeks off work to go do this.
Yeah, and other Americans or
Yeah,
people.
but he even says he has other law enforcement that is ready to. So,
Yeah.
Texas Rangers, the state police,
Chuck Norris.
Walker, Texas Ranger, yeah.
You know,
So,
Mexicans don't know karate.
What do Mexicans know? How do they fight?
I don't know.
Mexicans.
They're
Yeah,
not trying. They're not coming here to fight. They're coming here to cross the border.
Well, then what are they trying to come here to do?
Like Chuck Norris.
Like, where are they going?
I have
Everywhere.
often wondered,
there's
and it's not just Mexicans. It's people from
Oh.
all over Central
So,
America.
no,
There's a
no.
lot of
This
Central
is-
America going up through
This is
Mexico.
people from all over
Yeah.
the world. All
Right.
over the
Well, where are they
world are
going?
showing up. Most of them are going to big cities.
Okay. In the U.S.
Right now, I mean, and they're not just ending up in big cities, they're ending up everywhere. They're ending up all over the country.
And their goal is to just be here and
Places,
work and
yeah,
live
people are they're closing schools and changing them into migrant centers. They're this is a huge problem
Why
that
are they
we have
leaving the
just
country?
let.
For the war?
We've let millions the longest time. We've been told that there's like 10 million illegal people here in the States. We've had this number of 10 million for 20 years. We've heard, it's 10 million, there's probably 10 million. We've let in 4 or 5 million since like 2020. And that's just the ones that we've registered and turned loose. There's hundreds and thousands of people that don't even stop and say hi. They don't sign a card. They don't. But yeah, we get told that there's 10 million illegal people in the country. Well, I think your numbers are wrong.
Yeah. We would say the city I grew up in, Corpus Christi, population similar to Anchorage, except it's 277,000 people that you can count, not the other 150,000 that you can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Let me get back on screen. With my new job at the school, I only get half an hour lunch, so I have to stay at my desk. And I've been watching Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, my third time through as an adult. Freaking love that show. But a lot of the stuff that she talks about in the show is current hot topics now. Immigration, huge topic back then, right? Come back where you came from. Well, we all came from somewhere, and we're all not welcomed here. And the Native Americans are really pissed at us, like in Dr. Quinlan.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they mentioned how the Cheyenne or the Native Americans believe in a third gender, when they're talking to Dr. Quinn about it. And I'm just like, all this stuff's all hot topic, it was back in 1985.
So the
immigration.
So, what's going on is they're spreading people. These people are going to everywhere in every corner. The census, every 10 years we have a census, right? They count all the people. Doesn't matter if you're here illegally or not. You get counted in the census.
I just want to know how many humans they have.
Then the census is used to reapportion the government.
Mm-hmm.
Like the census is how they get the number for each state, how many congressmen you have for each state.
Okay.
So it's kind of a play to affect the whole numbers of everything.
Oh, so this is another political move?
Oh, yeah. It's always
a political
move. Everything.
So they want to beef up
all
those
these
places.
Things that are being done is all a political move.
They're moving them all to places they know they can manipulate the vote.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
What states?
But they know that they can reapportion. Like California in the last census, or last reapportionment, lost seats.
Oh,
yeah,
you left California.
So you can't have that.
Governor Newsom was U-Haul's Employee of the Year.
Oh. Speaking of which, did you check out what U-Haul did?
Sorry, I'll be right back.
I saw we talked about the amount. Yeah.
Was it 40?
Yeah. It was like,
Okay. Yeah. So it's interesting how problems of yesteryear are still the problems of today. What are you looking at, Michael?
I'm looking up something. Just wanted to get my numbers right before I spout something off.
Well, that makes sense.
So back to the Texas thing.
Uh-huh.
This is a constitutional standoff that we have right now.
It certainly is.
We have a president that said you need to give us access to this park or else. You have the governor saying, or else what?
Right. Right.
And then you have like the attorney general of Texas posted this. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Today, I denied the Biden administration's unfounded requests and issued counter demands. By February 15th, DHS must supply the official plat maps and deeds demonstrating the precise parcels to which they claim ownership. An explanation of how Texas is preventing access to those specific parcels, documentation showing that Eagle Pass or Texas ever granted permission for DHS to erect infrastructure that interferes with border security, proof of Congress empowering DHS to turn a Texas park into unofficial and illegal port of entry. The federal is going to make such claims, it needs to provide proof. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
it goes on, but
I do not want to play those games.
but this
Oh.
is, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how.
In the next 10 years, what this country looks like.
Yeah, and then you've got these. We have people there's thousands of people from China that are showing up. And from Africa and from all over the world, and this isn't just happening here; it's happening in Europe too.
Right, yeah, I know it's happening.
Europe
in Europe
is facing this.
Is it
too.
all war?
What's that?
Is it all war of why they're leaving, or
No,
good?
it's economy. It's
Economy?
economic migration. It's trying to
this
find
happen?
a better.
they've
life
been
for
they've been
Okay.
convinced
So
that
it's a
living here is
shakeup.
better.
Mm-hmm.
Living here in America is better, but that only applies if you're doing things the American way. If you bring all your problems with you and you start, having all your problems here, you're in the same boat.
Eventually,
Sure.
Eventually, you.
So has this type of thing happened, culturally every millennia, every 10,000 years, you'll get this shake up, this economic.
I don't understand how their plan or their hope is that they'll all come here and let's just say all vote Democrat. It's just if they're not American citizens and they're here on some sort of you're allowed to be here, but not an American citizen, how the heck do you get to vote?
Right.
And we've never. Think about where we are as just a society, as an Earth in general, and we've never been here. We've never been to a point where our lives, our daily lives, weren't about how we were going to survive, or you had cultures that helped each other, and they had different jobs or whatever, but there was still a lot of pitfalls just to survive.
Yeah.
Right up until a couple hundred years ago. Thousands of years before the last couple hundred years, there was nothing automatic. Right? There was no engines. There were no, so for thousands and thousands of years, we survived on horseback, and we survived, with our bare hands.
So
and
we're just going
making
too
hand
fast
tools.
right now. Too much, too fast.
Right. And so over the last, few hundred years, we've created all of this technology, and we've created all of this ease of living. Right. And so think about that in an evolutionary stand, right? This is my crazy theory. Here you go.
Crazy theory time.
Back in the day, you had, let's go back to the saber-toothed tiger day.
Okay.
When you're running from saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
Or you're trying not to starve, or you're trying not to just die on a daily basis. And now we're at a point where we have all of this luxury, but we don't have that push to survive.
No.
So we need to create it.
Crap.
So people have created their own saber-toothed tigers.
Wow.
Right? All of the I'm offended by this, and words are violence, and all that.
Right.
That is 2023's saber-tooth tiger.
Uh-huh.
Or 2024 now.
but the current flavor of the day
Right.
is this. I can very much see that, and how they have that saying of the idols, or with the idle hands, the devil's plaything kind of thing.
Right.
And again, like you take all these different sayings, they all boil down to the fact that if you do not live with a sense of purpose and focus and service, basically, I mean, you're not going to get very far, and you're going to screw everybody else up. It only takes one apple to ruin the whole batch.
Yeah. No, exactly.
It really does. Energy works that way.
Right.
So if you, but then, you're like, this is great news, but tell that to the parent who, is going through this and has 4 jobs and they can't raise their kids, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in such a hard place that yes, we could offer such great advice, but until I can pay the rent on my house, or,
right.
It's really tough living out there for most people, I think, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, we're still. I mean, even today,
we're not poverty.
The standard of living is even better than it was 50 years ago.
Right.
For the poorest people.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially in the Western.
It's like this Western sense of struggle.
Right.
It's not. I'm on the corner street. It's the majority of people have some kind of housing, have some kind of a network, have some kind of a food system.
Well, they did, but now you see that we're going backwards, because you've got a ton more homeless people on the West Coast than you did before. You've got a ton more. All over the place.
Economy,
right?
This is why you have so many more homeless right now.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
No jobs, no jobs, but no one's.
Yeah.
They can't work or something.
I mean, we have housing issues too. We have a
huge housing issues.
And I'm hearing this city's got plenty of work available.
I used to say this. I feel like this is very ableist of me. I used to say that I could get a job in a minute in this town, and it's still probably true. But I think that's a lot to do with, all of this. So I think a lot of it, again, like we talk about, if you've got a face tattoo all up over, that says "Rawr, I'm evil,"
Yeah,
you're not going to get a job at Tasty Freeze,
right? Yeah.
I remember when Eyeball got his sentencing.
Eyeball.
You remember him?
I do remember him.
The judge at his sentencing, he gave him 70 years for it, which is well deserved.
He killed a cop, didn't he?
Or he shot at a cop.
Okay. He didn't actually kill him.
Right.
Okay.
But it was, in the middle of downtown in the streets and whatnot, that there was danger being on display.
Right.
But the judge, no, sorry, they didn't give him 70 years. They gave him 40 years, which would make him in his 70s when he gets out.
Oh, gosh.
And the judge is saying, you're going to be 70-something when you get out. And for the life of me, I can't imagine what you're going to do for a living.
Yeah.
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 He's totally unemployable.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, on to something else. Did you guys see the freaking crash yesterday?
On the Glen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible. I heard about it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, look at
fog and icy roads.
Like 15 people.
Pretty much all you need.
Yeah. Here we
Cars?
go. Stand
Both
by.
ways on a divided highway.
Oh,
Now, usually you see these in like other places. Right?
Yeah.
You don't normally see them here in Alaska.
Not unless it's some insane day.
This happened yesterday, and it was foggy, and then this is one of those things where it's just you're cruising down the road at 50, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You see the fog there.
Yeah.
And then look at this truck. This blew my damn mind.
Do they have to cut the top off to get the guy out?
I have no idea what happened there.
But something certainly happened there.
Okay, so you look at this, you think that's got to be, that person is either deceased,
right?
Or no. There were only minor injuries this entire accident.
That's
thank
amazing.
goodness.
They may have had to get the jaws out and cut that top off to get the guy out of that truck.
They
I'm
might have.
so glad that nobody was seriously injured, though. That's
But yeah, like I
incredibly
said,
lucky.
you usually see stuff like this
Wow!
in the lower 48. I'm
Yeah.
going to try and find this video here. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find the video. That was
Michael was in a car crash several years ago, and Benji was, I think, 2, so 10 years
18
ago.
months.
18 months. And it was a multi-car accident going down a road.
This is on 15th, just as it's parallel to Merrill Field.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's not DeBar yet at that point. But in either case, I was vehicle number 3 in a 4-car collision. And 80-something-year-old man in a full-size truck, not in 4-wheel drive, somehow lost control. He spun around and saw the first car that I didn't even see.
Right.
And I just happened to see a full-size truck come flying at me sideways. And my only move to try and do anything was just accelerate. And hopefully, I got this angle that's going to put it behind me
Right.
as I'm going. But no, he hit me pretty much at the passenger door behind me.
Oh,
The door right behind me is sort of like this corkscrew kind of motion for me.
Mhm.
right.
Benji screaming and he's getting sprayed with glass. And
Baby.
it was December. It was the week before Christmas.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And ever since, I've had tinnitus, which
Yeah.
is
Wow.
just maddening.
Not been fun.
Maddening.
Okay, we are gonna try this here.
But I made the news.
Yeah, we made the news.
The news was actually there on site because there was a collision just an hour and a half or so earlier at
Oh,
the same
wow.
location.
Oh wow, that's crazy. All right, here's
So we're out here.
this. You see the hat? Now watch.
So we're out here.
So he is right there, and then as he's doing this and turning around, somebody rams into the pile. Are you able to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're out here.
That was somebody piling in. Ugh. Anyway, so it just kind of goes on like that. Then the fire department moving this.
And
That's
be
kinda
careful
cool.
because somebody comes flying in.
Oh, fire department's on scene. They've already blocked that thing a mile back.
Mm,
Damn,
That
look at
was nutty, though.
manpower.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, that the guy sitting, hey, I'm here, we're out there, and he turns the camera and it's like just this boom, and a piece flying up there.
It's one of those reels of like the greatest.
And this was like
Lucky to be alive.
37 vehicles were in this. The ones in the lower 48, they can get into the hundreds.
Really?
Yeah. And
Oh yeah, you haven't seen that?
That's insane.
And you
People
expect to see
just
something like
keep
that
piling
the,
in.
once every 5 years when Dallas gets snow. You're definitely going to
Mhm.
get that. But every now and then you see it in some places like Rhode Island where they should already know to slow down in the winter,
Yeah, right.
But
No,
still,
exactly.
they end up with those pileups there.
Yeah, no, that's and it has been
Neither road nor an island.
the roads. So it's really cold. It's been cold here for a while.
Yeah.
I noticed the other day that there's just I think there was some of that, ice crystals and
Mhm,
stuff
the ice
coming
fog.
down. And then it gets on the road and the road just gets slippery.
Yeah, the
it
road's
just
real
gets
slippery right now.
slick.
Oh, jeez.
Well, not to mention the snowplow, the blade,
What are you
when it
doing?
leaves just this
Trying to watch us.
tiny
Oh,
sheen
you
of
gotta watch
ice.
the ads first or skip the ads.
When the snowplow blade just leaves this tiny little layer, this tiny little sheen of ice between the road and the air.
Right. Yeah.
And that just makes it extra slippery, I think.
Oh yeah.
Gonna watch the show. I'll be
Nice.
yeah.
Heck yeah. No, I thought that was an interesting little tidbit that we normally don't get those big old crashes.
I'm just glad I wasn't one of them.
Yeah,
Just,
you
you
know,
know,
because yeah.
You don't need to go through that more than once. That negative weather kind of crash situation.
And it's, sure, someone else is at fault and you'll be made amends through their insurance. Like, yeah, right. And except not immediately, not in the interim. We had to take on a new car loan right away because we were down to one car, needed two.
Yeah, I remember you talked about that. I was like, you're not seeing that money for another 2 years.
Yeah. And, right away you go see a doctor, you go see a chiropractor, and you were in a not at fault collision. So the other side's paying for it. Well, what do you know? Your doctor doesn't bill third party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And,
right.
Your insurance is going to cover it because someone else is responsible. So you got to find a way to pay for it, especially if you want treatment right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you have to have for them to give you the amount that you deserve for the
Right.
pain and suffering.
And then going to an attorney to get them for the tinnitus, which I'm suffering from. It's not as easy as, a car crash into me, my leg got broke. You got x-rays, you got a cast on there, you got crutches, you can see you got a broken leg.
Mhm.
When I got something only I could hear, kind of hard to prove that.
Right. No, exactly.
Even the doctor can't
totally.
listen in and tell me or tell anyone, how bad or annoying it is.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's when I got in a big crash in July. It was right around 4th of July. It was 2017, where the guy hit me.
Yeah.
Going through the red light, and thankfully I was at work, so it was actually a workman's comp.
Right.
Although I didn't
That's
have any,
nice.
thankfully I came out of that with no injuries except for a bruised sternum.
Mhm.
But other than that, I was all right. Hey, anybody else got anything?
I was run over by an ambulance.
Yeah, she had a car accident. Yes. Hardcore.
Run over by an ambulance.
Run over by an
Well,
ambulance.
the car was.
I was in my
when you
car.
crashed,
This is the
okay.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I personally wasn't run over. The car was, but that one, it jimmied my shoulder out of position just microscopically to where I went through an entire year's worth of horrible pain. I couldn't trust myself.
Yeah.
It was agonizing. Every single day I was in pain.
Wow.
And I remember just going, and I had gone through PT and nothing was helping in this, nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I watched this YouTube video on chiropractors and somebody talked about cold shoulder and getting that. And I was like, maybe it might
Frozen shoulder.
Frozen. Aw, cold shoulder.
Cold shoulder.
Frozen shoulder. So I went to the chiropractor and he took an x-ray and it was just a little bit, just
A little bit of impingement.
Just a little bit.
Right.
And but he could still tell. And so then he's like, well, let's try this. And he pulls like up and in to me and he makes it's like a rip, tear, pop sound.
Okay.
And it's all of the scar tissue ripping apart as he's popping it back into place. And he said later, he was like, I've never heard that sound before in my whole career. It was this just very bad sound,
Mm-hmm.
But right afterwards, I immediately knew that that's what it was. That's what it.
Wow.
He got it.
Holy
And
moly.
my entire body flushed with a heat wave, and I started to vomit, and he gave me water, and so all these things happen when when you basically get popped back in, right?
Yeah,
Because
right.
your whole body has been compensating for so long, which is why everything is so in pain.
Right.
And I was just so emotional. I was crying like, where's Michael? Because my chiropractor knows Michael.
Okay.
from an old job, and just it was crazy emotional. But I wish we had filmed it, because that would have been something that people totally would have watched that YouTube.
Well, except for
I'm
the
picturing
puking thing.
Michael Clark Duncan in the Green Mile,
Yeah.
where with the demons flew out of him after he, rescued somebody.
Yes, that's exactly how it felt. And then it was like, oh my God, thank you, don't touch me. He's like, well, here, let's just say, like, don't touch me. You've done enough.
I had frozen shoulder myself, and I couldn't do anything but stand there and scream about it.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
how much it hurt.
I
Damn.
remember I was right next to him.
Yeah, I mean, I
So,
couldn't
like-
sleep. I couldn't sit. I mean, stand there and scream about it. That was it.
Damn.
It was the second Freezing Tassels show.
Right.
That was the year that it happened. And I remember I was sitting so happily in the front rows, about to watch the finale acts, and Michael calls and he's like, "You have to come home, you have to come home." I'm like,
No,
I
it's
go home.
text.
I go home, and he's just like, "I'm in so much pain." I'm like, "Well, what am I doing here?" He's like, I need you. And I'm like, "I could have been on couch watching my show." You know,
But I also had Benji
So
here, who was
mad.
like 5 at the time.
I was so
and I'm screaming bloody murder.
so
you know?
mad. I could have seen caramel knowledge, but no.
Screaming bloody murder. 5-year-old right there in the room, who was so sweet to
Oh,
me.
so
kept-
sweet.
he brings me a juice box. Here's some juice. You'll feel better.
Yeah, here's your daddy. I love you, Daddy.
Okay, so how'd you fix it?
Me, physical therapy. Normally frozen shoulder, you can talk to anyone who knows about it, and they'll tell you it takes a calendar year of rehab, whatever,
Oh my
to bring
God.
your arm back to where it should be.
Right.
And you can set your watch by it, a calendar year. He actually got me back up and, back on the mound within about 6 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't as worst case as, people have had.
Yeah.
But it
as
was
you
still
have
pretty
had.
bad.
Yeah. Right.
And yeah, and mine was because the only thing that we could think of was that because I had been in a car accident, and then another one was somewhat similar energy hits about 3 months later,
Yeah.
that I was too jarred. Like I just got bonkled a
Mhm.
bunch, just
Right.
and just enough to where it got. And I could feel that it was dislocated. I kept saying, remember when I would smash it against the
Mhm.
wall, and I'm like, it just feels dislocated, and nothing. But all it took was just microscopically.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
insane how a splinter can just take you down, right?
Mhm. No, right.
Our body
exactly,
is so
yeah.
powerful, yet so
Right.
vulnerable. A hangnail or
Oh,
cold
yeah.
sore.
No, exactly. Or just cracked skin because
Cracked
it's so
skin.
freaking cold.
right? Yeah, just a hole in
Mhm.
pancake, just cracked, and you're just in pain.
Never really know how often you use that fingernail until you break it off so low.
Ow. That
Yeah.
didn't look like it.
Yeah, and it
feels
was in the
good.
cold too when I did it too. So the nail just might as well just brittle, kind of shattered off.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So what else did we do?
Yeah, what are the kind of painful things you got? No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see. Every time the weather changes, my ankle reminds me of one day back in 2005.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if it's the break or the surgery to fix the break,
That caused all the pain.
or that caused all the weather-related pain.
Right.
Right.
Could be the 9 pins in the plate. Could be the fracture.
Oh yeah. Before we go, I know we've taken this whole hour, and
We didn't even discuss like topics except
Yeah.
we didn't discuss the
Immigration.
topics we talked about, and then we were going to show a video. We were going
Yeah.
to show a video each day.
we brought the end of the show. We didn't get a chance to
And
jam.
we didn't even show our video, but we're going to do that right now. Anyway.
All right.
We're
See,
just going to do it. We're
for
going
all
to,
the folks who waited till the end.
That's
this is
right.
your
All
reward.
one of you, and there's a few on Rumble.
All
So
right.
we
Rumbling.
let me get back here to where I can.
And as a
Okay.
reminder, if you're going to leave a
Channel.
review, 5 stars, the appropriate amount of stars.
Yes, like and subscribe, please.
Tell your friends.
Please like
Like
and
more?
subscribe our page.
Yep.
So we are going to go to this lovely site called Rethink Home.
Rethink home.
And
Cheese
we're going to
bread
find this
together.
video here. Let's see. If I can find the right one.
Rethink through the ages.
Yeah, or Rethink Through History.
All right.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah, so let me pause. Oh, let me get through.
It's time to start. You're ready to start.
Hang on, I gotta get through the ad here. All right. And let's share to remove, stop, present. I'm gonna do this every single time. Share.
Oh my gosh! Michael, look at this awesome late 1800s furniture that just came
You have
in.
subtitles?
That is something else, isn't it, Jody? Wow, if these drawers could talk.
Right?
I don't know if it's showing.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
I absolutely
I don't think it
love
is. All right, hang on.
But do you think it would stand the test of time?
Sorry. I have to tell it okay. All right, let's try this again. Tell me if it works.
Oh my gosh! Michael, look at this awesome late 1800s furniture that just came in.
That is something else, isn't it, Jody? Wow, if these drawers could talk.
Right? Oh, I absolutely love it.
Mhm.
But do you think it will stand the test of time?
My company personally guarantees every piece of furniture we produce, Mrs. Buchanan.
Oh, please call him a Mary Beth.
Sure thing, darling.
All these videos are going to get so sentimental when he gets so little.
Daddy, how's this supposed to work?
What? Oh no, son, it's just called Spindletop. It's the name of the place. You're not going to find oil with that. Germany. Well, all right, come on, boys, let's get this over with. Going out flapping with your friends again tonight, are you?
Oh, crackers, Daddy. It's called dancing. Just because I'm a flapper doesn't mean I go flapping.
They pay you for that? Because, you know, I'm a banker. I go banking.
Ugh. Here you are, darling.
Am I supposed to eat the dust? Can I have a bowl of oatmeal instead?
Germany? Again? Didn't we solve this problem last time? All right, let's go. Do it again.
But doctor, I don't understand. My eyelashes aren't that long.
Well, what lashes just when it's cold?
My mommy didn't like this one. It was too close to what she went through as a little
What's that?
girl. My mommy didn't like that one. It was too close to what she went through as a little
Oh.
girl, being under a table.
Mm.
I brought my love some mountain.
Cletus!
Mom!
How are you supposed to save the world with a bracket like that and smelling like you do?
That's not very groovy, Mom.
Ugh.
Shark? What? No. No one said anything about a shark.
Oh my God, girl. All of us are going down to Valley Bottoms. Are you in?
The Reaganomics business model has gone as we predicted for our profits, as well as company loyalty. It's been very.
Here's your coffee, Mr. Haddles.
Oh, thank you, Brittany.
This is not radical.
Industry says return on company loyalty. I'm in here.
Oh, there you are.
I thought you said it was alternative night. I thought you said it was alternative night.
It is.
What, we gonna go home and change?
I'm good.
Okay, let's go.
That's an original Michael song.
Zach? Are you still working on that?
Not for much longer, Chelsea. You know, the boss was a regular COVIDiot and thought Y2K was a hoax. Now his computers are all ruined.
There's no helping him. Do you want to go to Valley Bottoms tonight?
Heck yeah, I heard it was alternative night.
Oh man.
And thanks for watching another awesome video from
Rethink Home!
Ah, you guys.
Yay!
That was a fun one.
That
That was maybe a 24-hour shoot. Like,
Well,
24
that
to
took
50,
I bet
30?
that took forever.
No, it took several days
It was
because
several days. It was
the deal
Yeah.
was we were on our second COVID break
yeah,
because Benji
Benji
came
was
down with it, so we had to shut down the store again.
Oh my goodness.
because we were exposed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it actually worked out really cool for us that we had the store because you're stuck in your own house and you're just tired of looking at your own walls for a while.
Yeah,
I at
Right.
least had access to a store. We go look at those walls
Yeah.
instead.
No, exactly.
yeah. We were
Oh.
able to have space for each other to be able to process feelings because I was having a lot of feelings. And
Oh,
Michael
everybody.
didn't
was
even
having
necessarily.
feelings.
I just needed Benji. That's all I
So
wanted.
many feelings.
Well, for Benji, I think the deal was trying to convince him that everything's going to be okay, things are normal when they're clearly not.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. No, exactly. They're clearly not normal.
it's like things we're together and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you know, where yeah, that's tough. That's just tough.
I don't know. I'm just honest with the kid. You know, I'm just like, if something happens bad, we're just gonna die and go to heaven. You know what I mean? I'm pretty realistic with them, but
I'm running to the hills.
run to the hills.
You see me running with a gun, keep up.
I don't want you to be mean to me in survival.
Yeah, we can go out to Cornell's get rabbits.
All right, and with
All right.
that,
Well, next week
Talk about
we are
rabbits.
going to have some huge news about the future of this whole thing. We'd like to thank everybody who was subscribed. We picked up a subscriber tonight. We are at 26 subscribers. So thank you
Awesome. My
for
favorite.
subscribing. Michael, you're going to see a lot more of him here real soon, but we'll talk about that next week.
And watch out for a Carmine Falcone announcement.
Oh, boy.
Could be related, so
Yes.
got
Yep.
cross channels on
Could
this.
be related.
All right, so cross pollination. I like it.
All right. And then welcome to our Rumble tonight. That was fun. We actually
Rumbling.
we were rumbling.
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this later. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Fare thee well.
Good night.